Hello and welcome to the Change Gang podcast with me, your host, Laura Ordile. I'm here to help you hold on to your sanity and your soul as you move through big change. I'm here to guide you from frustration to flow in your life, bridging the practical and the woo, just for you. Let's go. Hey Change Gang, welcome to the week. I hope your new year started wonderfully and that things are cruising along. We are going to do a little pass through Pisces today. We did some Capricorn and Aquarius already and Scorpio, so we're going to cruise into Pisces and explore the dreamer, the mystic, the poet. Pisces are our artists, our actors. They live in the world of illusion. They're the photographers, the psychics, the creators. They can tend to be sometimes the escapists. They delve into the ways that can alter their world. Sometimes that's not so great, as it can mean that they dive into the drugs or alcohol involved in that. Often there's an ancestral placement with a Pisces where something like that particular issue shows up. So there's might be a little bit of a history or family thing somewhere in there when they do dive into the difficult side of things. At least that's what I found in exploring a lot of them. Pisces seek connection and separation at the same time. Look at the symbol for Pisces. It's fish swimming in two different directions, and yet they're there together. So if your sun is in Pisces, then you probably have a bit of an emotional connection to the world around you. And that is strong and one to be navigated. You're going to feel things at an intuitive and instinctual level, and that can guide you really well. Often there's gifts in these connections with animals or children, as Pisces just tend to have an amazing heart, and so they connect so well at those levels. If the moon is in Pisces, you live full-time emotionally in your body. You feel it all. So remember to take time out to recharge, especially through connecting with water. It's a great way to actually recharge yourself emotionally and physically. It will clear you in such a wonderful way. That's for a lot of water signs, but especially for Pisces. They will really connect in that water. So the thing is, when you go away and you kind of go and recharge yourself, you might be hiding a little bit in your own little distant spot, and that's great. You do need that retreat to recharge. Just remember to come back to the world and not stay hidden away. Process those emotions through your body. Cry, laugh, be upset. Let it flow through your body and out. Just flow through. You don't have to live in that emotional state. You don't have to dwell in it. You just have to acknowledge it, allow it to flow and move through you, and you'll always be able to move easily through your days without having to escape too deep if you do that. That's a wonderful, wonderful tip for those that have their moon in Pisces. If Saturn is in Pisces, this is an interesting placement. This is a really interesting placement. I actually have this placement. But Saturn here, you have wisdom. And your life lessons will always be around boundaries, finding balance in them, and finding your own emotional truth. The wisdom is in that truth, and it's deep and ancestral. It's not meant to overwhelm, but to empower. And when a Pisces lives fully in their power, it's an amazing thing to see. There is power and peace in equal measure. There is. And when you're living in these lessons, these life lessons that Saturn brings around boundaries and emotional truths, remember that there is power and peace. They are equal and balanced. And through that, you can move through life in such an amazing way. Such an amazing way. And then, if you have Mercury in Pisces, that's the mind. And Pisces here is incredible, though sometimes a little drifty, only because they're constantly connecting to the universe. And their imagination plays that out in those mystical, magical ways. Focus can be the challenge. So sometimes this looks like what some would call ADD or even disinterest. It's actually kind of the opposite. It's an interest in more. It's not a disinterest. It's an interest in more. It's not an attachment to a thought and dwelling on that thought, but instead allowing the mind to float from one thing to the next. They move from thoughts of the wonder of woo to the thoughts of the discipline and the practical. It's easy for this mind, this little Pisces mind right here, to go in completely opposite directions and make sense of it. Absolutely the truth. Now, meditation in any form here is great, whether it's a sitting meditation, a walking meditation, something that's being led, where you're being led through a meditation, any of those things that you find work for you if you have this placement, it's great, as are subliminal recordings. These are great for people who have Mercury in Pisces. It allows kind of a distant focus and a freedom at the same time. That's what like the walking meditation or the subliminals will do. It allows a distant focus and a freedom at the same time. How cool is that? So then Venus in Pisces. Pisces here love sensual pleasures. They love fun and soothing textures. Sacred spaces are like heaven if this placement is in play. An attraction to the spiritual is always in the heart here, often in quiet ways, maybe in the background. Home and private space and private time are first and foremost and are essential to fully bring your heart and soul into the rest of life with this placement. Remember that. Mars in Pisces. This is a little interesting placement too, because your emotional body here determines where you choose to put your energy into the world and how much you are willing to give. So keep yourself connected and balanced in order to be your best self and in order to put energy out into the world. Balance is so key here in order for you to be able to bring that energy out into the world to show the rest of us all about it. And it's important to show the rest of us. Balance yourself out, keep in a good space, and show us that connection. All right, now Pisces in the North Node. And as you know, North Node is what we're leaning into this lifetime, and the South Node, which would be the opposite, is kind of what you're letting go of, leaning out of. So the North Node here is learning to walk into trust, and sometimes that means directly away from logic. This is a big thing here. And you're here to be the mystic, the channel, and to use that incredible intuition that you have. You teach others about trusting yourself, and that intuition is a part of it. And you do that by showing everyone the benefits of how that works. Don't get lost in who you were and in thinking that, oh, geez, you'll never get it right, so why do it anyway? And definitely do not take on other people's stuff. Hold your own power. Wield your own power. Live inside your own solid boundaries and show the rest of us how amazing it can be to love from a place of wholeness and connection. You are a bridge between worlds, and that's a true gift. Use it well. Use it well. That's the crazy, amazing part of Pisces. All of that They are like our conduit to the divine, to the universe. They can connect constantly. And sometimes that can be overwhelming for them. So keep that in mind. If you're Pisces or you have Pisces in your life, that they're in a constant connection. And they're managing that. They're learning in this lifetime how to manage that. And sometimes it takes a little while to learn how to do that and how to be in our world at the same time that they're in this mystical, magical world. Give them a little grace. Watch them with fascination. And if you're a Pisces, yay you. Good on you. Live in a wonderful, wonderful spot and show us all how to do what you do. So there you go. There's Pisces. I hope you enjoyed it. And I look forward to meeting you right here next week. I hope today's episode was interesting to you in some way and fun. If so, hey, find someone to share it with. Maybe they need to hear it too, or maybe they'll just enjoy it. If you'd like, go ahead and grab my tips on supercharging your success. It includes a free short meditation to do just that. You can find that at bit.ly/supercharge your success. Until next time, happy day.